going on? We all good for sound before we go anywhere? Before we start anything? Hello. We good? Say stuff. I was waiting for people to respond. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you, Vanessa. I'm like, the suspense is killing me. The delay. They are so cute, aren't they? And then this one I just made the other day. That's the first one. I'm hoping I can have enough material to make another extra one, because he was a learning experience. And he's got one nostril bigger than the other, and he's very unique, so he may not make it into the quilt. But if I have no other choice, then he's the first, and you know it. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hello, Grace. Big hugs. Love you. Happy everybody's here. Hello, Allison. How's the weather out east? West? West, sorry. They are very cute. They are very cute. With me standing, you can't really see the other one, so I'm going to put it up so you can really take a look at it. It's actually one of my favorites so far. It's just a pink and orange and yellow and white version of the background fabric, actually. So there we go. It's not just the cuties. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Sue. Da, da, da. Cold, rainy here in Oklahoma. Yeah, I know it's beautiful. It's sunny here. I think we're in the pluses. I managed to wriggle out the barbecue, so we're gonna have barbecue hamburgers for dinner tonight, homemade hamburgers. Munchkin went to the Buns Master the other day, so very actually, that reminds me, hold on, I gotta take them out of the freezer. Hold on. Thanks. Thanks for reminding me. I try to preserve them, even though Pop doesn't like me sticking them in the freezer. Okay. Thanks for the reminder. All good. So what we're working on is, of course, the giraffes. Where is my intro piece? There we go. Isn't that the cutest? And of course, you can mix and match. This would be a fantastic scrap buster, I think, wouldn't you? Isn't that awesome? Very cute. And then there's lots of foliage to go with it, like fern and fauna. But you could probably add your own. You can applicate other things in there, or leave it as negative space, or, you know, the options are yours. So they are very cute, but you got to put them together in many different pieces. I found between doing the second two, the second after or 3 and 4, or 2 and 3 after putting the first one together, I chose to make the nose part just a little bit bigger. So instead of 1 inch, I went 1 1/8, and that allowed me a little bit more to work with nostril wise. They seem to come out even those ones are bigger, but at least they're even. I'll go for even. It's all in having some fun and learning and just adapting and thinking, you know, not everybody's the same, right? We're all different shapes and sizes. You know, our hands, our ears, our noses, everything. So, you know, enjoy the uniqueness of each other and move on. Right? Exactly. All right. All right, a few more pieces to cut of this adorable hedgehog. Actually, I'll put this piece, because I don't need it, in the small camera, and hopefully you can see the cute, adorable hedgehog that we're going to be making today. And this piece is going to be the other giraffe we're going to be making today. So those two colors over there. I just need to have a few more pieces to cut out here, and I think it was, I was starting off with this. Beautiful day in Southern Illinois. Excellent. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Linda. Greenbrier. Is it Greenbrier? Arkansas? Rebecca, where are you from? We are, exactly. We are. Pop says it. Hillsburg, Ontario, Canada. Beautiful place. We get a lot of snow, but not as much as my girlfriend up in Marksdale, because she says they still have 4.5 feet on the ground. We chatted yesterday. She's like, "Are you coming up this summer?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." I promise I'll come up. You was doing, I saw that, Kelly. I saw that. I like that project you were working on. It was beautiful. Very cute. And I like the big stitch. My girlfriend and guildmate, Janice, did a big stitch wall hanging, and it was done in purple, and it was beautiful. And it really inspired me to do my maple leaf that I built out, I guess, a couple of Canada days ago. It was a bigger one, and I used it as a wall, and I did a big stitch out on that too, of her example, you know, because I was really inspired by her project. So I thought, what can I do? And I worked on it as I was at a Canada Day festival with all my quilts and stuff like that. So, but it was nice because I got to show off my Mountie quilt, which my mom now hangs on her wall. All right. Oh, no, I only needed 2 of those. Okay, that's right. Don't cut too many. Don't cut too many. I'm not sure what kind of day it is. I just woke up. That's okay, Diane, 57. Exactly. Lots of fun. So what's everybody else doing today? Hello, Cherie. You're loving the giraffes, says Lois. Awesome, me too. I really like that pink one. I'm not a big fan of pink, but I really like that one. I don't know why. It just seems really cute to me. It's my favorite. The hedgehog's fabric has been fun to cut, so I'm very much looking forward to putting that one together. So we have 2. We're going to hopefully do 2 giraffes today. If I just get a couple more pieces cut here, and then I'll have enough bits for doing 2, at least of the yard fabric. And we still have a couple of these other ones to go here, which is, you know, this one, and you know, this one's going to be fun too. You know, I have to be careful on how I cut it. You know, I don't want anything being too weird, but. Cutting out Polaroid prints. Very nice, Heather. All right, so what do I need here? I need 1.5 by 4, but what was the cuts on this one? It was, I needed 2.5 by 7. Okay, let's get that one done. 2.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I took a couple little containers that I had and labeled all my pieces for my background fabrics. And then we needed a lot. We needed like 168 of Q's, which was 1 inches. Yeah, 168. So I just put that in a bucket all its own. And I know I don't have 168 here, but it'll do for now. And then when I had to build out, because you end up having enough fabric to do 10 of these alphabet ones, these ones right here, and then you're supposed to mix and match pieces. I used my tea box and just kind of taped down in a few sections so this wouldn't move, my little divider would move, and then I labeled what size it was and where to stick it. So it helped me organize a bunch of pieces. So, and then the ones, even though they could go in here, I don't want to mix them up with that because they're 2 separate different styles. I just put them off to the side here, and we'll take from that to work as long as I got all my pieces together. So, and then we'll go from there. All right, so that should be my 2.5 by 7, which is my H piece. Okay, so I'm just tucking one under the other because I'll work on one first and then the next. And then we go 1.5 by 4. Okay, so we'll take this and get the 4 off, which should be I. Yep. And then we'll take the 1.5 off and stick that under I. And then we have a strip here of, do we need that for anything? No, so we can make some M's out of it, which is 3/4. These are tiny. I tell you, they're very tedious to be dealing with. It's been very much of a challenge for me. I was hoping to get more done, so the fact I got 2 more done, it seems almost like a very monumental achievement for me. We may be working on this one at least a week longer. It says a lot. You wouldn't think so much with these giraffes, but you really got to build them out. They are very finicky. Got all these little bits and bobs. I think a nice big giraffe head, if they would have increased the pattern size by, you know, even just 25 or 30%, that would be a nice wall hanging, wouldn't you think? Nice little pillow or something like that? I think so. All right, I have to make sure I got 16 of those. I'm trying to waste little amounts. Like that's the waste I've got coming off. So I don't want to. I want to think smart about it, right? I want to save as much as I can. Thanks, honey, for zooming in there. He wasn't feeling too hot, so he's not on camera today, but just say, hey, Pop, healing thoughts. So I said, no worries. They understand. They got it going on. All right, so I need 1.5 by 1.5 square just to make sure. Yeah, that would be J, piece J. I kind of would like that little bit more of a hedgehog there, so I'm going to flip this piece around on the top. Other than that, it'd be losing it out, and I'd rather include it in. There we go. Kind of makes the whole point of the square. There we go. It's got a little tiny bit of hedgehog. Oh, that's my phone. All right, now I need... All right, we got another couple pieces here. We can make a couple more M's. Because you need 16 for each giraffe. 16 3/4 by 3/4 M pieces for each giraffe. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, now I need a 1 by 1.5. All right, so let's go 1 and 1. And then by 1.5, and that should give us, just to make sure, that would give us our K pieces. Those are K, all right? Those are over here, underneath that little stack. And then these two, oh look, it's got a tiny little hedgehog right in that square. Unfortunately, we have to cut you up. Sorry, little hedgehog. You need a little trimming, a little here, and a little there. Let's a couple more for the pack. I don't know what's going on. I'll catch up after. I want to make sure I got all my pieces and I don't mess things up. All right, so I need a 1 by 5. Where did I miss out on that one? Did I stick that over there? No, that's not a 5-inch piece. No. Okay. Somehow I'm missing a 1 by 5. Oh, and a 2.5 by 3/4. Is this 2.5? Let's double check that. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's get the 2.5 by 3/4 out of the way here. And it looks like I need 4 of them. 2.5. 2. Some of the hedgehog gets a little lost in the small cuttings of it, but you still catch some of it because it's got the big piece for the face there and a bit for the forehead and the nose and stuff. So you do catch some of it. All right, so those go under here for L, and then make sure we got everybody except for the 1 by 5, and possibly how many more of these do we need? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we need 6 more of those tiny ones. Okay, so 1 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that really 1 by 5? This seems way longer than 5. Right, it's 6. I was like, that doesn't look like 5. There we go. You can't lie to me. I know the difference between 5 and 6. There we go. All right, so that is piece F, 1 by 5. Yeah, there is some small pieces in here, but it's fun. They're cute, they're adorable, and they're worth it in the end. All right, and I needed 6 more of the 3/4 by 3/4, right? Let's use this little chunk here and see where we can go. Line that up. Uh-oh. A tiny little thread. And then lay this up on here. Okay, and then we need 2 more. I think we're only going to get 1 out of that. I'd rather have that chunky piece to play around with. I could probably take it out of this instead of over there. So let's do that. Let's cut 3/4 off, and then there we go. And that should be the last pieces I need for this little project, yeah. So, you know, try and make it as small amount of waste as possible, right? All right, and that goes in the extra bag of goodies. See what we can build out for the border or something. For that bag stuff. All right. Oops, spoke too soon. What's going on? What's going on? But not on this show yet. Okay. Oh, you're buffering? I don't know why. We're all good on my end. Maybe a few seconds behind, but that's okay. Sorry. All right, so that is the wedge piece that we need to help go build out the ears. All right, so I think I have all my pieces cut. Let's just double check. Grab some water. Got my eyes, got my ears, got my K pieces. Was K only 2 pieces? Okay, yeah, it is. Here's open. All right, well, we're gonna build out too. Here we go. Could be confetti. All right, so let's start off making the top of the ears. Okay, so let's put our papers in order here. Okay, so 6, 7. What do we need for that side, do we? Nope. Okay. All right, first we take a B piece, which is these 2-inch squares. B, so I'm going to put that back over there on my little piece here. We'll build this one up first. And then we need Q's, which is of the gray. That's why we need so many of these. We need 8 for each project on the eyes, because we got to go on this corner. Oops, this corner. So you need a lot of background for this, especially if you want it to be consistent. Okay. All right, so we'll put our little Q box over there and work on these. And then it has you sewing from corner to corner, doing like just like a snowball, exactly like a snowball, except on very tiny scale to make eyeballs. Or the antler, the top of the horn, sorry, not eyes. And then you just go from here to here, and then I flipped and I do one side and then do the other side and then just putter about. So, all right, I haven't even turned on the sewing machine yet today. Might have to load a bobbin. Actually, you know what? Let's do that right now. I don't want it getting in the way of the groove. So we're having barbecued hamburgers, homemade hamburgers with very fresh made buns. So what's everybody else having for dinner tonight? Or what did you have for dinner tonight? If you've had dinner. Or what are you having for breakfast if you're just getting up? Mom, is it better to pre-wash your fabric, or does it matter? It depends on, Wendy Jo, like what fabric are you dealing with? If it's a flannel, I would try and pre-wash it. But if it's coming in a jelly roll package, I would not pre-wash it. You're gonna lose a lot of fabric. You're gonna end up with a 2-inch strip instead of a 2.5-inch strip. Wash it afterwards, but try and keep with the consistent backing that would possibly shrink as well with the flannel, you know, in the wash. Other than that, you're gonna end up with some weird floppy edges and wrinkles and puckers and stuff like that. So that would be my suggestion. If you can, when I get the stuff here in the shop, like sometimes I have it as a wide backing, I'll cut it, wash it, load it, and then quilt with it, like for the Quilts of Valor and the charity quilts and stuff like that. I strip pieced a bunch of flannel pieces. They were already washed before I'd put them on the long arm to get that strip piece, you know, to come off. So hopefully that helps. Those pieces are so small for me. Yeah, they're small for me too. This is a challenge, let me tell you. I don't mind a challenge. But yeah, they were getting to me last week, and I'm like, okay, there's so many. I didn't realize there was gonna be so many. You know, I just kind of read over the instructions, didn't oh, I was gonna load the bottom. Darn it. Didn't think about counting all the pieces necessarily needed on both sides, and where they needed to be space-wise and organization-wise. It was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, I really got to think of this. How can I aid myself here? And that's why I was like, oh, my tea box is not quite empty, but I could use that. I could label it and recycle it and, you know, go from there. What time is dinner? Uh-oh. Salmon and tomato. Ooh. Yum, yum, yum. Snowball the corners? Wow, it would be more like snowflake the corners. Well, the end is very tiny, Valor Gale. It is very tiny. I didn't realize what I was up against, but like I said, I don't mind a challenge. I gotta, once I started, I gotta keep going. Like, come on, can't give up. What's going on here? How did you get that way? It seems like one of those days sometimes, you know what I mean? No, I haven't, Anna. I have never pre-washed Minky. And it quilts out well. I mean, putting it on the long arm, I've had no issues with it. As long as you're tight on the tension of your project, you're not letting it slack too much. You're not, and not too tight either. You don't want it stretched to, you know, max capacity. But it has to be somewhere in even in between, that it's allowing just for a little bit of movement as it's quilting out, because most times you're dealing with a cotton top and a minky bottom. So if anything, you'd want it to all shrink to go together. All right, here we go. Full bobbin, let's rock it. We still have ice in our garage. We can't even get into it. We've been trying to, because we want to start our springy cleanups like we have. Oh, sorry, I can't make it. High noon. Sounds like a battle. High noon. Do a lot of people have your bigger meal for lunch and then have a lighter supper? Because I would just wake up hungry and be miserable. I need my dinner. My dinner is my dinner. Well, hopefully that helped, Anna. You're welcome. All right, so I'm going to work the other side here. I found putting a pin sometimes was just more annoying than just trying to deal with the fabric. And I've got my beautiful stylist here that was gifted to us, and I can always hold it in place so it gets right to the corner I need it to go. So I love it. I had misplaced it and I was very upset. And I'm like, oh, I need it for this project. I need to find it. So I did a little seek and find until I did not give up. It was mine and I shall find you. I know you are here somewhere. All right, now we'll work on the other side. I just find it easier to work opposites this way and then doing this way or whatever, instead of trying to go in a circle, you know, or going around each corner this way and then this way and this way and that way. I just find you get a more precise looking you know, snowball or snowflake at this size, whatever you want to call it, little corner image that you're trying to go for there. And I rode my bike to Crossing Guard a couple times this week, and I walked a couple times this week. So I'm very happy with myself in that aspect. Feel like I'm, you know, it was a little more strenuous than I was thinking. I mean, it was cold the first time because it was really cold. It was like -8 or -10. But the next morning it was very nice. I didn't mind it at all. It's quite relaxing. Got offered a ride, and I'm like, no thanks. I'm all right. What's going on? Spring cleaning, as in cleaning out the garage, tear it down, rebuilding the coach. Yeah, I wish. We still play the lotto, and we're very hopeful. We're nothing if not hopeful.
Do a GoFundMe.
Do a GoFundMe, yeah. I don't think so, I mean. You get a free night in the quilt shop because we'll make sure there's a bed up there. That's funny. There we go. Yeah, there's a couple of tools to aid you when you're working with tiny pieces, like a little stylus like that, or even there's end of a pencil, or like a brand new eraser pencil, like, you know, so it would grip the fabric and hold it a little bit in place if you didn't want to stick a needle sort of thing close. So yeah, so we'll give those a little press, and look how pretty those little corners came out. They're supposed to come right up to cover that fabric, and you can trim these. I see no use for the extra bit of that. When it came to the small pieces of the eyes and the nose, I just left them in and sewed around. So I didn't see the point of actually cutting them off. So we'll just trim these little guys here for just a second, and then we'll give them a press. Okay. And then we'll work on the rest. I'm working as the pattern says, each piece at a time. I don't want to make, 12 ears and 12 noses and 12 eyes or anything like that. I like to take it one giraffe at a time, build it out each one. I think that to me is I don't want to get too confused. It doesn't take much for me to get confused. So, like I'm sure like many of us, you can relate. Yeah, those are some tiny triangles. I was just putting them over in the little bin. That's all. They weren't doing much for me. Oh, they got all blurry. Let me just reset here. Oh wow, 144. No, that's amazing. That's like. All right, now we're going to press these open, and those are going to be our little horns, giraffe horns, or antlers. What do they call them? Actually, is there actually a proper name for that? And I'm just being a dork thinking it was a horn or horns. Somebody want to Google that? Where's David? David, where are you, David? We're missing you right now. My Google man. Let's get the proper anatomy of this giraffe as we're building it out, shall we? Let's have a little learning lesson today. What exactly are those little knobby bobbies at the top of the head? I doubt they're called knobby bobbies. All right, so we'll just even those up a little bit. Gliding mat into a quilt. Yes. Oh no, Helly, that's horrible. You eat your main meal at night? I think so too. You sleep better with a full tummy. Main meal depends on family. Often the housewife cooks for the evening when I do, because I have the schedule right for it to toss something in the slow cooker or prep something for dinner. I'm here, so there's no excuse for me not to take something out from the freezer and put it in cold water to defrost. I mean, seriously, if I can't do that, it's extremely lazy on my part. So I try to make dinner every night, or very close to every night. Sometimes it just kind of Pop will pick up something on the way home. I mean, that doesn't happen very often. I mean, we went out for dinner last night, but I picked him up from work, so we made sure it was a date night for us. Okay, I want to put those over there. I still have my mat. It works good. Oh, and those are expensive. They're not cheap. All right, so on either side of this, for my background fabric, I need S's and R. Two S's and one R. Here's my S's, which are 2-inch squares. So those are going to go on either side. And then my R, which is 2 by 1, is going to go right in the center. All right, so I'm going to build that out. But I know the next set is not very hard, so I'm going to grab 2 U's. We're not talking sheep. And they are 2.5 by 3. Okay, and then 1 T. Where did T go? Oh, which is 2 by 3, which goes in the center. And then 2 D's, which is 1 by 3. And they go right here. And those are the extender parts of the, whatever it's called. Oh. Sophie's snoring over there. Oh, so she's so cute. Okay, let's put these over here. And we'll do these sets. And then we'll work our way down our giraffe. And catch up. Don't forget to thumbs up. There's only 24 and there's 91 of you in the chat. Don't forget to thumbs up. It's a beautiful day. Well, have a good morning, Kathy K. Happy you're here. We're putting this little giraffe together. It's a cute little, I don't know, I guess it's orange and red checkered, sort of, or stripes, or grid print maybe. And we will keep sewing along and building it out and adding our tiny pieces and hopefully don't shout. And no swearing. And no seam ripping. So no shouting, no swearing, no seam ripping. The 3 S's of sewing. Don't do. Hello, Nadine. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. I'm glad she's here. Hold on. She sent a couple of very beautiful quilt tops. Hold on. Let me just get this little set here. And see where I just popped them over there to the side. So, un momento. I'm going to show you her beautiful work. Okay. Where did it go? Oh, there. They popped under the charity quilts I was working on. Okay. There you go. Sorry, Pop. You're going to have to go to the big camera. Got the thread on me. These are her donations to the quilt shop, her tops that she made, and they're going to go to charity. Aren't they beautiful? I love this one. I love the flower print on it. It's lovely. Great way to use a pinwheel and then sashing it out and bulking it out, and it looks beautiful. Isn't that lovely? And then this lovely white fabric up here around the border. Lovely little flowers and swirls and everything. It's beautiful. Okay, there's that one. Do that right there. And then this one, which I had some snowballs and she sent me a picture of it and I thought I could have added it to it, but her snowballs were way bigger than mine. So I was like, oh no, I can't do that. And she's already finished it off. I thought she was just sending blocks actually, not a whole quilt. So this one's beautiful as well. I love that arrow fabric on the outside and the mix of fabrics on the inside. There's like locks with open locks and closed locks and, you know, mice and Alice in Wonderland. I think it's very Alice in Wonderland themed, I think. It has a few little fabrics in there. So isn't it beautiful? Lovely. I know, beautiful work. Everybody give a little clap for Nadine and her donation to charity. So beautiful. I mean, like that's great for anybody, like even like an adult. And it's a great little baby one or toddler. Great gift. I can't wait to quilt them up. We'll probably make it a longer Wednesday. Hopefully you're okay with that. I like to show them off like that too. Show how we quilted them up. So thank you very much for that. All right, we'll press this real quick, and then we'll work on the other set there. All right, there we go. Yes, exactly. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Very happy to have them here and to work on and give them away as a quilt collaboration between Nadine and myself. It's lovely to share that with you guys when you send quilt tops to be donated. Actually, the first quilt top we ever received was from Victoria Casman, and both her quilts went to auctions of sorts, and they brought in many dollars for their charity. One was for the food bank of Guelph, and I think the other one was for an animal shelter. So, and it's lovely that, you know, she made the top, I quilted it up, and I found a good place for it to go to raise money for, and it was nice that we could collaborate on that together. So. Exactly, beautiful work. All right, press this one here. Just press this one out to the center so we spread in the fabric love here, just by that. Okay, there. This is very vibrant. The other one's kind of were the same tone, not necessarily tone, but this one's so much darker than the background fabric. I was very much excited to put this one together. What's that one? Open Gate Quilt. Is that who made it? Well, Craftsy doesn't exist anymore, so yeah, all I got is by Monique Jacobs, featuring Lily and Loom Square 1 fabric. So yeah, I figure we build out 2 giraffes today, and then we'll work on the greenery part next week. So like I said, this is going to be a couple extra shows. This is complex. It's going to take a bit. Gotta be patient with this one. And I am pinning because I really want to try and get the middle of that. I hope it's the horn. I'm just going to keep calling it a horn if nobody's corrected me so far. The middle of the knobby bobbies of the horn to the stem of it. I'm trying to get that right lined up so it looks nice and even. And we don't got any awkward bits. We can trim off this little bit on either side as long as the rest of it fits. Okay, here's hoping. Try to get it in the center. Yes, it is. It's a whole big fabric that came with it. I'm trying to see if there's actually measurements in here. Sorry. Doesn't say actual yardages for the fabric that I have come across so far. It just has, but it had to have been at least 6 yards, because you have a lot to work with. So, oops, now I got myself out of sync or whatever's going here. Oh, there we go. Okay, all right, there we go. Now we got, that looks good. See, that looks good. That's pretty much center of where I kind of want it to be. I know that's better than that one, but still, I'm pleased with that one. I'm pleased with that set. What's up, Mr. Magoo? I'll sneak you. Ooh. You were trying to go into the sunshine, weren't you? Weren't you, Mr. Magoo? Say everybody hi. The sun is shining right through the window here, so he's finding a spot over there. There's a couple of spots there that are hardwood floors he can lay in the sun and be quite content. There we go. I'm going to try and lay this one a little bit more flatter. Maybe split that seam a bit. Maybe that might help. Seems a bit bubbly in the back. And if you guys are interested, I'll show you what I just took off the long arm this morning. It's one of my friend Mary's projects, and you won't see it in a long arm Wednesday video because I didn't take any video of it. So, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful black and white quilt, and we did a beautiful stitch out on as well. So, I know she won't mind. She likes them when I share. I like showing off her work. She's a beautiful artist. Only if you're interested in seeing it. If you're not, then that's okay. No hard feelings. All right, so H, we need H and 2 V's. All right, so H and 2 V's are up here, which are 1.5 by 1.5. Okay, so let's go put that there. Much easier to keep your stuff organized. And I put a little pin on the measurements so I don't get confused. I don't have it always to refer back to my paperwork. So, and then like I said, my big bucket of cues, and reused my tea box, labeled it out. Thought about it and put the measurements on there too, right? And next time, if I want to use it, I can put it this way in a different felt color. And there we go. I can reuse my box twice. And then if I want, I can start putting paper in there instead with letters and numbers on it. So, you guys want to see? Yeah? Okay, all right. Well, let me do this part here, and then I will show you her project. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I believe it was for a friend or a co-worker. I think I put my pencil away. I did. All right. Now these ones I kind of wanted to mark. I was okay sewing without a mark from the corner to corner on those tiny pieces up here, but this one's just a little bit bigger, and I think I would like the guideline of the diagonal to go with more, just a little bit more reassuring that I'm headed in the right path. Okay. All right, and of course you can pin those ones. All right, I'll show you her project. 1 second. Coming. And I literally just unpinned it before Pop was saying, okay, well, you got like 6 minutes. I'm like, okay. Now, this is a flannel backing. I'll show you her. Yeah, I'll try. I do it sideways so you can see it. There we go. Isn't it lovely? It is 57 by 72, and it's a bunch of flying geese. Can you see them? Yeah, okay, you can see them. Isn't it beautiful? I'll turn this way too, so you can see it on both sides. Ooh. And then black for the back, and we did a nice circle and line stitch out. Is it pretty? It's beautiful. Yes, she does beautiful work. I'll just go put it on the little longer until I get folded later. I know, it's stunning. I like showing off other people's projects. Okay, now, also these pieces. And keep building out our giraffe. Very nice, I know. Oh, well, alrighty then. Jeannie didn't like that. What we got going on here? Let's just do a reset. Okay. here. Re-thread. Give a nice clean thread on the end to thread through the eye of the needle. Hopefully I won't need my old lady specs to get her done. No, I didn't, thank goodness. Okay. Oh, I'm sure she doesn't mind, and she does beautiful work, and I think everybody kind of, you walk away from some of these shows that you watch and quilt shows that you go to and guild meetings and stuff and come away inspired. So hopefully maybe that inspired you to bust your black and white scraps or a white and a green or a black and a gray or something like that. And you never know what you're going to come up with, right? So, and she did that in small flying geese and then larger flying geese. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the prints were beautiful, and I had it on the long arm, and I was using the black light. I was like, yeah, it looks so cool with the black light. Or blue light, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. There was a discussion about that. All right, so we're going to press those out, and then that's where the little antlers, horns, whatever, of the giraffe are going to go. But we'll clip this off first. As my chickens are out and my chickens have been laying, gotta collect some eggs. It's beautiful. Pretty much have no snow on the ground, so I'm very excited for that. We did have some the other day that came and went in one day. Thank goodness. Well, over a matter of a day and a half. All right, so let's pin this here. And at the end, kind of really want to make sure you're pinning on these sections to line everything up correctly. You want to make sure those little pieces are in the right order or they'll look weird up on the giraffe, right? YouTube's annoying today? Uh-oh. That's not good. Weird. Well, maybe it's because it's so windy out here. I don't know what the heck's going on. We should, we're in for an upgrade tomorrow, if not, right, Pop? Am I mistaken? So hopefully things might be better next weekend, which is Easter weekend. We plan on being here if you guys plan on being here. So, all right, let's just even this up just a smidgy widge. There we go. Clean up our top. There we go. Perfect. Are they a perfect match? Look beautiful on me. All right, next. All right, is the eye, hold on, yeah, is the eyes? Yes, it is. It is the eyes. So the eyes are the blue. We'll take 2 of those, and they are 1.5 square. And then we need giraffe pieces, which are M's, yes. There we go. Which are these guys. That one looks a little on the thick side of 3/4 there. What the heck? What the heck is going on? Yep. All right, so we need 8 of those. 2. Seem a little long on the one side. There we go. There. And we need a few more. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there we go. So we'll build out our eyes next. And then we'll need, there we go. I and K. All right, so here is I and K, which I is 1.5 by 4 and K is 1 by 1.5. And those will go on either side of the eyes. Okay. Right, now we'll sew these just like we did the top parts here, each corner, and then the opposite, and then we'll trim. Yeah, we got some crazy wind here today too. I think they said it was going to be up to 50 or 55 kilometers an hour, so it's been blowing like, poor little chickens have been blowing around the yard. Well, their little pen, can't get out. Okay, line these guys up. Get it under there. Come on. Get into place. Tiny pieces are fiddly, but they do make for cute projects. Yeah, I'll take the spring winds though, that's for sure. And the sun is beautiful. Me and the animals were out sunning ourselves earlier. Pop was making himself a sandwich for lunch and I wasn't hungry, so I'm like, you know, I'll wait till afterwards when we have the hamburgers, and that's what I'll have. All right, so we're gonna nip off these guys. Okay. Okay, and then let's give these a little press. And the reason why I like to do that is so when you're laying the next square up, because they're so tiny in such a tiny space, I have a feeling it just fits a little bit better than trying to deal with pieces that are trying to fold over on you. If they're pressed flat as if it was a one piece instead of a sewn piece together, right? And then we square up anyways, because it has to sit in the 1.5 inch space. Okay, there we go. Tiny bits, tiny bits. Yeah, we're in for some chillier weather next weekend, but.
Pauline had a question about the Polaroid flame.
Just curious, what are you planning to do with the Polaroid frames you have behind you? Are you going to make a big quilt while hanging? Actually, I'm going to give them to people who send in to me. If they send me one, I'm going to send them one of mine. It was yesterday's weekend project, so if you want to check that out, you could partake in that if you like. It was very fun. I'm going to make a bunch more in anticipation. That people are going to send me a Polaroid block, and I will send them. And if you want to partake in it, well, maybe Pop can make a page highlight right now, and if you want to partake in it, you can put your name and your address in that page. Just put your name and the address, and then people can hook up with you, and you can hook up with them, and we'll go from there. Because I want everybody to share. I don't want them just all for me. I want you guys to share with each other too. Because I want to share with you. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because I have some funky fabrics, and I've been, I'll make, 10 of the cardinals and 10 of this and 10 of that and send it off to anybody who sends me one. So I already gave you my address. You know where I live. So if you put your address in there, then people who want to make a block can send one to you. And then if and when you get theirs, you can send one back, or you can say, I'm gonna send one to you. Here's my address or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're smart peoples. We can figure it out. So everybody gets on the Polaroid train. Don't forget to smile. And I already put my address or our address in with when I hosted the page and put the Polaroid pictures up there, so it's already there. It is also in the beginning of the video, and it's also on our webpage. So feel free to seek and find. All right, so now these are a little wonky, and I do need them to be 1.5 by 1.5. So what I'm taking is like the, was it 1 by 1? No, it was 1.5 by 1.5. Okay, so I'm taking it like the 3/4 inch line, and I'm lining it right up in the center of the square. So hoping that gives me the 3/4 from each point gives me 1/2, correct? So hopefully that made sense. Okay. Right. Half. There we go. I will send to everyone. Yeah, exactly. Put your address in there, Nadine. There we go. We'll do like a little block exchange. It'd be our simulated, like a cookie exchange, except we all love fabric, so this will be a nice little collection. You can make your own I Spy with it. I was hoping to make an I Spy quilt, to tell you the truth. And I don't mind whether it's a mix of Christmas fabrics, birthday fabrics, summer fabric, anything. And I like to make it that mix. Like I'd like to have all seasons and celebratory days mixed in it. So I think that would be lovely and fun. A great I Spy. Maybe I'll donate it to the church and they can hang it up there in their Sunday school. So, all right, so that, and we're gonna put our eyeballs on. We're gonna see with this giraffe. Well, there you go, Barbara McFadden. You can put your address in there. Oh, really? For Pete's sakes, man, what's going on? Why are you so toothful today? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Pop has a solution. I knew he would. All right, why? Why? What's going on? Why? Is this all making me so annoyed? Why? Deep calming breaths. It's okay. All right. I think it'd be fun. And then I'd like to see what you guys do with your Polaroid blocks. What you do with it. Depending on how many you get, you can probably make a calendar. I think that'd be kind of fun. All right. You could, depending on how many Christmas fabrics you got, you could do like a Christmas calendar. Each Polaroid is a day. Yeah, exactly. Apparently somebody keeps trying to get my attention. so there's our eyeballs. Let's press those and then we'll work on our ears. I found the ears the tedious part, to tell you the truth, because you're working with 3/4 inch by, 2 1/4 and 3/4 inch by, 1 1/2 or something like that. And it's just like, oh my, are you serious? That's so tiny. All right, so pop some pins in and we'll get this part pinned and sewn. There we go. We'll just work it. Maybe that's it, Sue. Maybe that's because it's happened like twice today so far. Maybe I'm just too excited. Just go pedal to the metal, baby floor. Goes to the floor for a reason, doesn't it? All right. And it's shifted now. I vacuumed under here and I set things all nice and now I just messed it all up. Come on, you. Okay. I am the boss. I am control of my destiny. There we go. I will win. There we go. Perfect. Just gotta tell who's boss. And I am kind of putting a little bit of a back stitch on some of these pieces because I don't want them to come apart. There we go. Look, let's get some personality. Say hi. Look, it's winking at you. Wink, 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 wink. Let's give it a little press. Give it a little press. Super cute. I think I'd probably change some of their eye colors too instead of all blue. Only because I don't have blue eyes. I have brown eyes. And I think that's being very specific. But do all giraffes have blue eyes? Do giraffes not have brown eyes? Why are brown-eyed people being discarded like this? All right, what is A? All right, we need A. It's here. And then we need to put V's in the corner, which is over here. And then I will mark the backs of those as well because they are 1 1/2. And we want to go in the other direction because we're just making the bottom of the head here. All right. Oops. Whoa. Whoa. And then we're going to start these. And we need our tiny pieces, which I think are G and C, or C and L. Watching in the background. Hope everyone is having fun. I'm having fun, Vicki. Hopefully you are too. Hello, Cindy. Happy you're here. It's a beautiful sunny day. No fear. I haven't seen any of my tulips or daffodils or crocuses trying to come up yet, so I'm hoping by the end of this week and into next week, being Easter weekend, we might actually have a little bit of greenery popping up in the yard. That would be nice. Maybe get some of the leaves raked where now that it's a windy day, it'll dry some of them out because they've been so wet underneath the snow that I'll probably get some of that done this week as well, hopefully. All right, let's press these little corners out here from the bottom of the face. And then we'll get the nose and chin done. All right, so flip it this way. And we'll pin those sections, lining up those edges. Okay. My tiger lilies? Oh, wow, I wish. I wish. Yep, no, we got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Only the chickens and the dirt in the yard. That's it. I'm looking forward to it. That's and the lilacs. Oh, I can't wait for lilacs. Hopefully they'll be out before May and June. They usually are around Mother's Day, aren't they? If I remember correctly. Can't wait for the lilacs. We have some, someone told us shortly after we bought the house, it was a historian down the road or whatever. He said we had the heirloom lilacs along the side of our property that with our neighbor. So, and he didn't seem to care for them, so I'd always go clip whatever I wanted. Works for me. There we go. That's cute. Isn't that cute? All right, what's our next pieces? All right, let's work on our ears. Okay, we'll get our ears done. Here, here, and here. Okay, and then with those pieces, we also need J's. So we'll put these over here as well. And we also need C and L. So we'll get the C's and the L's. Okay, put that there. C. Oh, I did 4. Okay. I thought maybe I didn't cut enough there, but I did. We're good. All right, so let's move that up now that it's being compacted a bit here. J. Oh. Okay. All right, just a few more to go here. All right, let's put those ears together. I was looking on Google. What was you looking for? Last weekend I was having problems with YouTube. I was bummed out. Aw, sorry, Vicki, and you missed out on the draw for the quilt too. Okay, bye everyone, says Nadine. Oh, see you, big hugs, big hugs. Thank you for your beautiful quilt tops. Thank you. All right, now let's get all these all lined up here. Okay. Tiny pieces take extra time. You have to take extra patience. It's a matter of starting off slow, and you'll get there in the end if you just keep progressing. That can be said for a lot of things. Not just sewing. All right, and then we will press these. Okay. Oh, I wanted a P. Oh, I missed the P. Where's the P? Oh, the P is the inner part of the ear. That's right. It's that checkered. All right, so here. There we go. There's our inner ears. And let's give these guys a little press here, open. So we have our nice rectangle now with it split half and half between the background and the bottom curve. It's actually these little curved here pieces right up there. There we go. Very nice. Hopefully we have what we need. Okay. Let's build our little buddy back over here. Okay. So we should have there. And we should here and here. Yes. Here and here for there. There. And then let's build out these guys. Looks like this one got a little folded. So let's flatten that out. Spying as Deborah Davis. Oh, there we go. Well, thank you. Well, these ones are blue apparently in this whole quilt project. All right, so on each side of the P, which is the ear center, we're going to add the C's to, I guess, almost like courthouse step it, one side, and then we add the top and the bottom. So it's a left and a right, or a right and a left, and then a top and a bottom, or a bottom and a top. However you want to look at it. Daffodils are blooming? Oh, that's pretty. I like daffodils. They remind me of kindness. All right, now once we get these two little pieces sewn on, which is 3/4 by like an inch or an inch and a half or something like that, and then we'll add the tops and the bottoms, okay? And this is where it doesn't take very much to get these all wonky, these little tiny pieces. So just be careful as you're trying to iron them and press them. Try not to stretch them. It doesn't take much at all to get them way out of skew. Okay. There we go. And then we'll just add our tops and bottoms to those pieces there. Okay. My kitchen window orchids all have 3. Oh, very nice. Very nice. My mom in her room had a couple of pink ones, and then she had branches of pussy willow that was trying to get roots in a jar. I checked on them. I go, like, are you keeping like dead branches here, Mom? Like, I didn't know what she had going on. She goes, no, it's pussy willows. I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, make sure there's water in there. She goes, I asked your sister, which she means Elizabeth, there was water in there. Elizabeth would do it. That's who she is. She wouldn't let Mom down. So yeah, she had those growing too. So I don't know where they're going to get planted. Hopefully somewhere. Somebody's going to take them. Wish I could have taken them home with me. So I didn't tell you a story about my travels last weekend because I still was kind of annoyed by it. But I'm okay now because it's been 2 weeks. So I in other words, get over yourself, okay? So before I left, I made my mom her favorite cookies, okay, which are macaroons. And if you know macaroons, I'm not talking the cookie one with the stuff in the center. I'm talking the oats and the coconut and the cocoa and the sugar and the butter and the milk and all boiled on the stove. And, you make into like refrigerator cookies. There are probably many names, but we used to call them bear paws as growing up. And then I knowing them to be macaroons. Okay. So anyways, so I made her favorite cookies. And I thought, okay, because I was only taking 2 carry-on bags, I would pack them in a food safe because they were a little stickier than anticipated because I didn't get enough fridge time for them because I was trying to make them as fresh as possible and get my bag packed, right? So I made them Thursday afternoon. I flew out Thursday night. So I'm like, okay, so I food saver them, shrink them, seal them all up, so it's all good to go, no problem. And then as I'm packing my bag, Munchkin says to me, or Pop, I can't remember which one it was, because I was so excited and, are you sure you're going to be allowed on the plane with the cookies? And I was like, why wouldn't I be? It's in a food safe. It's zipped. It's, it's cookies. You can tell it's cookies. But as it zipped and sealed itself, it kind of blobbed together. So it was kind of a goopy mass in there, but you can tell there was some cookie forms in there. It would have been good no matter what. Like seriously, cut that sucker open and put a spoon in there and shove it in your mouth. Everybody be happy. So anyways, put my bag, the one I was carrying on this way, not my little bag that had my luggage in it, or my clothes in it. So I had my, you know, my tablet and these cookies and, you know, my phone and everything else on the one that was around me, like a little like kidney sack. So we go through the security thing. You got to put your tablet in one, your phone in another, your bag in one, and a bag in another. So there's like 4 buckets I'm taking up trying to get my stuff through, right? So, so I'm like, okay, and then they say, is this your bag? I go, yes. And I'm curious of why they pulled me off to the side to check my bag. And it was because of the cookies. I'm like, are you kidding me? They go, no, it looks too much like a gel substance. I go, it's cookies. It's for my mom. I haven't seen her in a few years. Please allow me to take the cookies to my mom. They're like, nope, it's too suspicious. I'm like, do I really look suspicious? But it's not about that, right? I know, they're doing their job. And I don't blame them for doing the job. I really wanted the cookies. So I said to the guy, well, if you're not gonna let me have it, because I didn't get a cookie, and I would like, you know, at least a little bit of something, right? So I said, can I open it up and have one? He goes, no, tosses it in the garbage. I was crushed. I just wanted to give him the old 1-2, but I didn't. I was like, oh. Some lady that was beside me, lovely lady, she had to take off her whole sari, I guess they call them, or they're whatever, anyways. And she goes, I'm really sorry you couldn't take the cookies to your mom. I'm like, so am I. And then on the way back, this is on the way to Calgary, which is within my own country, okay, just provinces away. So, and then on the way back, I'm wearing a baggy t-shirt very similar to this, and a pair of leggings, a pair of slippers, and my hoodie, right? I've got no pockets anywhere, right? So apparently I beeped going through the mechanism. My bag wasn't stopped this time because I had no cookies. So they're like, okay, well, you can go for a pat down or you can go through the scanning machine. So I thought they were just going to do the whole wandy scanny thing. No, it's actually a whole machine. You got to stand there like you're, you know, under arrest or something, and it goes around you. Well, it beeped, and it said I had something underneath my right, or my left armpit and behind my right knee. Well, I'm in leggings and a t-shirt. I'm not hiding anything. So I'm like, and he goes, do you want me to scan it again? And I'm like, well, yeah, sure, because right now it's giving you a false reading because I've got nothing to hide, like seriously. And so no, and then I had to wait as my stuff is in these buckets, like yards away, my phone, all my money, my tablet, everything, all my whole life existence is buckets away, and I have to wait 10 minutes for this chick to come give me the whole pat down. I was starting to have a panic attack. I was getting a little upset. I was actually more than just a little upset. I was getting a lot upset. So I was like, oh, come on, people, really? It was a hat. I just wanted the cookies to my mom. Is it too much to ask? Clearly, I think so. Just irritated. That's okay. Get over myself, right? It's all right. I know they're just doing their job. I was like, why did it beep? Like, I got titanium in my mouth. I don't got titanium anywhere else. So why are you beeping at me? And then I get on the plane, and there's a bunch of pilots, right? There's a bunch of pilots that are flying, obviously, to Calgary. And the one next to me was actually, he would have been flying the plane from Calgary to Vancouver in its next stop, though it had a few hour stopover. So he was catching some nappies beside me, right? Well, I took a picture, and I texted to my niece as I was, you know, because she really was the only one who knew I was taking off and landing, and of course my sister Lisa. And I said, if he's beside me, who's flying this plane? But he was a quiet co-partner. He played his little game until we had to put it on airplane mode, and then he had to put his headset on and chilled out, so. Which is pretty much what I did. just so irritated. Like, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm just gonna accept it for what it is and move on. You know, I didn't want it to ruin my time and adventure. So, but I was disappointed. So when I told her when I got there, I said, I tried to make you cookies, but they took them away. She goes, well, why? What did you have in them? I go, just cookie stuff, Mom. What else do you think I had in there? I said, I'll make you some and mail them to you. She's like, okay. And then, of course, my nieces, the ones who loves me making chocolate cake, brownies, and crepes for them. So they were asking me literally every single day, Auntie, you going to come over and make us crepes? I'm like, I don't have time to make you crepes. Make your own crepes. I'm going to go visit Grandma. I'm not going to go make you crepes. The last time I was there for a visit, I spent 6 hours making brownies and crepes. And I kid you not, they wouldn't let me go unless I made them brownies and cake. And we made like 5 batches of brownies and like, I think it was 12 freezer baggies with 8 crepes per bag, because that was 2 crepes for everybody in the house. So yeah, that was a lot of crepes. a lot of crepes. Were they super rich, like with pudding? What? Oh, the cookies? Are you talking, or is this something else? Sorry about that, Allison. It's more than a like 30-second or 40-second delay in this the stream today between what I'm doing and what's being showing up on the screen. Oh, are you talking to me the brownies? Oh, no, they're just regular brownies with an icing, and they love my icing. So it's the same icing I use on my chocolate cakes. So they do like it. They have been spoiled. My one niece says, she says, we're talking about birthday cakes, and she goes, the only birthday cake I like is ice cream cake, unless it's Auntie Laura Lynn's chocolate cake. That's the only cake I eat. I was like, nice. I rank. I'm in the running. All right, so now those pieces are done. We're gonna work on the side parts to the giraffe. Now they've got her ears done. So we need W and X. So W is here. And those are the top parts. And then we need X, which is for the bottom parts. Okay. I tried to be good at it. I taught those girls, all of them, how to swim, how to ride their bike, how to cook, well, their mother taught them how to clean, because that's what I was more the cooker. She was the cleaner. But yeah, no, we spent lots and lots of time together whenever we can. Whenever we could. I always had them. Be like, what's the girls doing today? Or like, so-and-so's over at the house. I only have so-and-so and so. I'm like, I'll take them. If they want to come and hang out with Auntie, I'll take them. So. We weren't sure how long we were going to be living in Calgary at the time, and it ended up being 2.5 years. So, but it was the best 2.5 years that we could have asked for me to spend with my nieces and my mom and my sister. So, I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get. All these memories, and they remember. They remember going swimming every weekend and going out with the dog and doing fun trips together to the park and going to Banff and down to museums and stuff like that. I was never a mall person, so I never took them to the mall. That was always their mom thing to do. So I tried to stay away. I did everything else but the mall. We spent a lot of fun time together. Good memories, right, Pop? Good memories. All right. Once they get the ears on it, it really starts to grab some personality. They do take a long time to build out. We may only get one done today. It's not an easy, you know, you're gonna get 5 done in an hour. You're talking, you may get 1 done in 2 hours. All right, so now that those are on the sides, let's give them a press and pin them and sew them, and then we'll work on the nose and the bottom part, which isn't too, it's only a couple more steps, so let's press these. Oh, thanks, Sue. I figure I'm just blabbing about me and my family. You know, you guys can tell me to shut up at any point in time. I never had a close relationship with any aunts, uncles, grandparents, or anything like that. So I enjoyed whatever time I could get with my nieces and my mom and my sisters. And my nephew, when I get to see him and his wife. Oh, they really liked that quilt, the Weave a Bee quilt I made for them. They really liked it. That was awesome. I was very pleased by that. Very pleased that they enjoyed it. And I thought with the little mouses on it was just so cute. It totally was them. Because they've been married for, a while now. 4 or 5 years, isn't it, Pop? Can't believe. It's been a while. Can't believe. Time flies so fast. Okay, I'm trying to line up that seam so it makes the bottom part of the ear and the head attached together and such consistency. Finished my hexagon table runner. Lots of time with Jack the Ripper, but I finished it. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Jack the Reaper. Okay, that is just too cute. Isn't that just, now it's just starting to form its own little, now it needs a name. I'm going to name them all. Maybe that's what I'll do, put little name tags on them. Isn't that adorable? So cute. All right, let's prep the bottom part here. So we need E, which we know we got right here, there, and we need F and G. F, G, and then we need black for the little nose E. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I had one extra. It's okay. Make a mixy-matchy one in the end, you never know. All right, let's build out the nose. And then we need 2 more V's. Sorry. That'll be for over here when we get that done. Okay, yippee-yay-yay. Working on the 4th block of the month for the Murder Mystery Quilt, and I think that Seam Ripper has grown. Oh no, Linda! Ay, ay. Oh, motorbikes! Like when the motorbikes go by. I can't wait for that gentleman to come pick up his t-shirt quilts. I think he's gonna love them. I hope he loves them, because I had a fun time working on it. All right, now these are very tiny on a tiny. Hello, Miss Claudette. Just checking in. We're checking in on you. How you doing? How you doing? On this beautiful sunny day. Oops, sorry. Can we mute the microphone? Sorry about that. Sometimes I think it's because I talk too much. I don't know. We'll blame the cat. Because we can. I know. It just sometimes just catches up. Most of the times I'm okay and I'm fine for days, and then sometimes I just choke on air. Trip over my own 2 feet. Alright, okay, now we got these 2 parts of the nose done. We sew on either side, okay, and then we're going to trim those bits off, and then we're going to sew across here to make the tiny nostrils, hopefully. Okay. Let's press these guys out. It seemed too small to try and bother to cut off. Sorry. Put it around to the next side. There we go. My sister Lisa's been doing it. She sent me January, February, and March, and I haven't seen if she's done April's yet, but she may have. I'll have to check my phone. She's probably been busy since she's been back. Alright, let's get this one done, and then we'll have a giraffe done. Almost. Almost. When I think Pop and I were just dating, and my sister Lisa's an awesome cook. She taught me many things, how to make crepes. She actually introduced me to sushi way back when. It was homemade sushi, but that was my first try at it. So it was a good experience, right? So I made her, speaking of giraffes, a apron, and I wrote on it. I drew a giraffe, and I puffy painted it. It was, we're talking like early 90s, right? So puffy painted it, and I wrote on it, I know what you're after, giraffe. And it was her cooking. It was funny. I tried to make it so it was, the giraffe was wearing like an apron and carrying a pot and a pan and stuff like that. It was funny to me. It was very unique. It was very unique. All right, now this needs to be 1 inch, correct? Yes, because I made this a little bit bigger. So we want that right in the middle of the half. Okay. There we go. Perfect. One little nose. I didn't get that right in the center, did I? There we go. Okay, it's just little bits, but it will throw off a block, right? If you don't trim it up. That's how they always say, square it up, square it up. Okay, so now we're going to put the rest of our bits together here. Hello, Bianca. Happy you're here. Good evening, you're late. It's okay. We're working on giraffes. Well, we're working on a giraffe. They're a little time consuming, but they're fun. But they are fun, and they're cute. And like I said, it's a great scrap buster, I think. And you get a nice neutral background, so you got a really good deal on a cream, a tan, or blue, or something like that. A nice solid, or even just a bit of a texture print to it. And bust your scraps for the rest of the pieces. You can make yourself a rainbow collage of giraffes. And throw in another animal over here and there, you know, if you find a nice pattern that makes a monkey or an alligator or something like that, why not? Only limitation is your imagination. All right. Okay, well, one's a little bit bigger than the other, but, you know, not everybody's perfect, so. Okay. So here we need to go is here. And then we'll trim off the little extra bits. Just even that up. Bits and it is bits and pieces, that's for sure. Very much bits and pieces. Okay, let's give that a little press and then we'll trim. And we'll add it to the other bits. Be almost finished with our cute little giraffe. And you can say, what did I make today? I made a giraffe. What did you make? And I'll make dinner. And I made breakfast. Just saying. I do well enough to try and get 2-inch square blocks plus larger. These are tiny. Sorry. All right. Now, for the bottom pieces here, I'll press that real quick. Okay, now these little corners, gray pieces, go down in here and help form, I guess, the snout, the part of the bottom where the mouth would be. The nose and the mouth. And that's just cut on the sewn on the diagonal and then trimmed. And then we'll add the other gray pieces on either side. And then this, the last one here. Oh, there we go. Need to be the Y pieces. Okay, so let's do this and this and get our Y pieces. Why? Because we need them to finish this off. Okay, cool. So cute. Okay. Do. Yeah, all the branches around the side of the, the house are scraping the windows. Oh, we got to trim them all up. Actually, I'd like to do away with the ones that are in the front here. I'd like to trim them right down and probably even just dig them out. Okay, now put the bottom part on, and we want to line this up too the best we can, trying to keep it as close as possible to the seams that are coming down this way, is to line the bottom of the mouth up this way, okay? So put a pin in its spot, and right here, the best we can. It's a tiny bit off, trying to make it so it's a tiny bit on either side then, instead of just the one side. Bye, Diane. See you later. Here we go. Oh, give that a little press. That's adorable. Very cute. Little once over. Very nice. It's super cute. Get better at this. There we go. Isn't that adorable? Yeah, that kind of took us an hour and a half to do. So, so one today, and then we'll work on another one and some foliage next week. Hopefully, I'll get part of one done. All right. So cute. I know, and then it's gonna go lovely with everybody else up here. Just like that. There's a bit of sashing in between, so there's a bit of gray material in between. But isn't that adorable? I love it. I'm so cute. It's so cute. Very much. It would be great as a grow chart too, especially if the neck was the measurements. You could do something really funny like that, just straight down to the ground with maybe some foliage. You don't even have to do legs or anything like that. That would be kind of cool. That's a good question. They are, I don't even think they tell me. Other way, silly girl. 13 by 14. 13 by 14. I need Well, there's 21, so what is it, 17 more? Unless I don't include this guy here. But he looks okay. He's just unique with his nostrils. It is a lot of tiny pieces, Mary, and it's kind of a little exhausting trying to deal with it too. But it's going to be a fun project. It's going to be a very fun project. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing and hanging out with me this afternoon, working on our another giraffe. And don't forget to check us out on Patreon and our weekend projects, of course, if you want to partake in this little Polaroid image there. That would be fun for you to bust your scraps and fussy cut a few pieces, and I think you'd have a lot of fun. Will their ears get caught up? No, it should be just enough. Should be just enough of a seam allowance. They're very tiny in the quilt block here too. Here, I'll show you. You can barely see it. Like it's barely on the outside edge there, if you can see that in the small camera. Yeah, spot the different giraffe. Exactly. You can make all sorts of fun projects with it. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on Long Arm Wednesday. Okay? Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend and your afternoon. Have fantastic. Thank you very much for joining me. Big hugs. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.